wow, I fixed my audio problems. All I had to do was just record the audio separately from the game. Hello, welcome back. Today, I'm talking about what's going on. It's June now. The year's half over. Pandemic's kind of ending. The pandemic is kind of ending. Nearly turned southern there for some reason, and I'm back on my bullshit. Oh yeah, I forgot. My shit's reinstalled, so it's giving me I know how to play. It's fine. Okay, well, here's the thing. I've actually uploaded a lot in like the past month, and people have noticed that I've suddenly been really active on my server again. And to be quite honest, I've also kind of been avoiding making this particular Jinjo video, this specific Superflight video. See here, since I've moved back to my parents' house, see here that I've been writing down notes for the Superflight videos and then just stuffing them in this Andy box that I made. And there's a lot of them. There's so fucking many, and it's because honestly, well, to put it bluntly, life after college has obviously been very different, and even though it's not so much the case like in like this month, June, for May, and when I finished, I felt pretty paralyzed, stuck, and just overall kind of like spiraling down the drain. And well, let's just get into the thick of it. Like, what the fuck is happening, George? Right? It's like you finished college, you're all done, you're free in the world, and it's like, okay, well, now what? Well, obviously, it first starts with getting a job. So, part of my reasons why I've always hated college is just the fact that I wish I was able to actually go out there and be in the world first, or at least like spent all the time I spent getting that stupid fucking piece of paper. I wish I spent that time actually working. So what if some gigantic media company won't take me seriously because I didn't sit still for a piece of paper for 4 years? I don't care. There's like fucking tons of people who like understand that piece of paper doesn't mean shit, right? So now that I'm basically kind of like out in the world and I have to pick a path and which way to go. For pretty much most of May, I was struggling to pick a path. Like there's like so many different ways it could go, and I'm like, well, shit, where the fuck am I gonna go? And it's like, I'm starting here at like square one because in college I didn't really because when you go to college, people obviously, well, your parents, right? Parents that push you to go to college, they tell you shit like, remember, son, you're not just about getting the degree and doing your classes. You also must network and make friends and do internships to get your foot in the door or some shit. And when you like really step back and analyze that, it suddenly becomes, well, then why the fuck would I waste my time with classes anyway? Then why can't I just go and like actually figure out how to like get a job first that will actually lead me to another job? Like you start with the McDonald's or the shitty retail job, and then from there you build it up, and then that'll take like maybe a year or two, and then just work your way up from there, instead of like doing that while juggling even more school. This fucking hellhole of like this shit that just ties you down and makes you juggle 30 different things that none of them you're interested in, and you're just leaving you with no energy to do anything else, or barely any energy to do anything else. Or in my case, just this energy of I need to avoid this work as much as possible, and suddenly your best self is from just actively avoiding all that work, But yeah, it was particularly like, I mean, even then, like if any adult like looked at my track record for the 4 years of college I did, they'd probably understand that I kind of wasn't really in a position to even get shit like internships and jobs that kind of would actually help me get a job after college, because I switched majors in between, and then even after I switched majors, I was just kind of having, constant, like, creative dilemmas. Like, when I switched majors, and then I made K-Folder, but then, like, I got hooked on trying to figure out YouTube again. And then I did with Stickman 2020. But all the while, I was just kind of, like, avoiding people. I was just going straight home after class. I was just not going to clubs or anything. I would just go home, pop open my computer, and try to do shit in Blender 3D, And that's how we got the Stickman 2020. But now it's like, okay, well, now how are you going to actually make money? And it's like, well, shit, because I put all my eggs in one basket. I've just kind of fucked myself, right? And at this point, you might be thinking like, oh, certainly people have reached out and tried to help you. Certainly you should go and reach out to people. And it's like, yes, I'm doing that. And by the way, if you thought about like trying to approach me directly and help me directly, it's probably not going to work that well, because when it comes to this shit, it's a question that only the person involved, I don't care about portals. Only the person who's directly struggling with this actual job shit can answer the question of what do you want to do. Only I can answer it and figure it out. All the best other people can do for me is give me ideas, but it's on me to figure out what I want to act on. And also, on top of fucking juggling whatever to make my parents fucking happy, whatever the case. Keep getting on my case saying, oh, there we go. Game froze for a sec. Keep getting on my case saying, like, George, you gotta stop spending so much time preparing for jobs and actually going to get jobs. And to that I say, fucking dickhead, I'm not prepared for shit. Right? It's like, I need a little more time, and you're out here saying, no, go find something with your bachelor's degree right now, or the worst thing, juggle, just multitask, look for jobs while also training. And I don't know why. I guess I'm a dumbass, but I can't do that. I just fucking can't do that. More on that later. But I just have such a fucking terrible time doing more than one thing at once, and it's kind of fucking haunted me how everyone else seems to do it so effortlessly, or it seems like it's such a no-duh thing. Like, oh, just juggle things, and for me, I just fucking can't do that. But, whatever the case, and then there's also the issue of the job application process itself, right? It's like, I struggle with resumes and cover letters. You have one set of people telling you, oh yeah, just do one resume and spam it everywhere, and the other people saying like, no, quality over quantity. You gotta tailor the resumes and make sure your cover letters are unique and show passion for the job. And then they also turn around and say, also you have to do fucking 20, 30, 50 of these shits a day. Fucking what? It's such a struggle for me to even like do like one or two of these, let alone two. I'm like absolutely fucking stupid with this like resume cover letter shit. Like, I'm overly realistic to the point of self-sabotaging, It's like people, I've had some people tell me, this really great advice of, George, you gotta like really sell yourself strong. You gotta overinflate yourself. You gotta like exaggerate your abilities and people will take you seriously. And it's like, yeah, I get the confidence part, but I don't know, man. I just don't like lying about myself, I struggle with, what can I say? I struggle with fucking resumes, cover letters, and selling myself, let alone the fact that I don't fucking network and I don't really like talking to people. I like going home and fucking making Stickman 2020 or whatever the fuck. And so now I'm confronted with this problem of, okay, George, go find a job. And only now do I get to actually confront this problem and figure it out, rather than, 4 years ago. But instead it's like, oh, you got this piece of paper. Now you can get ignored in the stack of applications for bigger companies, and not just the ones that didn't require a bachelor's or some bullshit. It's like, fucking Christ. Like just this concept in people's heads of being like, oh yeah, there's some pretty good basic jobs out there for people like filing paperwork or some shit, and yet for some reason that needs a fucking bachelor's degree now? Like, you need to go to school for 4 years to learn how to sort paper? Are you fucking dense? Is that the only way you can differentiate between people in your fucking job pool? Oh wait, that's right. You don't even look at the application. It's whoever who's friends with the person on the inside. Get fucked, It's a mess. And it's like people just straight up tell you, hey, it's not even a matter of quantity versus quality or this strategy or that strategy. It's just all of the above. Make sure you have high quality. Also, make sure you do 100 a day. Also, it's like winning the lottery. Also, get fucked. Suck a dick. Piece of shit, What else did I write down here? But yeah, here's the thing. I can kind of play myself up. If I really need to, I can over-exaggerate and, like, gloss up my abilities. But it's like... It's just fucking... I can't do it that often. And I can't do it to the extent of finding a job quickly, or at least, a long-term job that pays well, where people are saying, like, yeah, be sure to, like, hit up LinkedIn or whatever and make sure you do like 50 a day and all that shit, and like fill these questions out and create another account on this fucking company's job portal, and once again copy shit over from your resume and type and change and fucking shit. I fucking hate this bureaucratic paper nightmare, dude. It's a fucking mess. I mean, granted, the explanation of why it's like that makes sense. Apparently, like, I remember reading somewhere that because of the 2008 U.S. economy crash, people in higher positions or more experienced positions had to start doing lower jobs, and it caused a domino effect to the point of, like, you know, someone who's overqualified to do an entry-level job suddenly is just that sudden, like, nudge down because of that economy impact from the housing crash or whatever, has now actually made, like, this weird gap of between, you know, like, a zero experience work job like McDonald's all the way up to, like, you know, just working in an office job and not getting paid a starving amount. Suddenly that office job requires 3 years of experience or a fucking bachelor's degree or some shit because the economy has fucked the person, like, later on in their career so much that they actually have to go back to that. And so now the new bar to do this lower job is that you have to be that same experienced person who's been working for 3 years, now working like an entry-level job again. It just kind of, like, you know, screws over the people in the future. It's like, fun, great, haha, you know, shit. Whatever the case. But yeah, it's still possible to, like, find something, but I don't know. It's like I can only, like, do one thing at a time. If you want me to find a fucking job, I'll go look for it. I'll do the applications and stuff. But then if I'm genuinely not, like, qualified or ready yet and I need more time, don't fucking expect me to keep doing that while also applying for the jobs. I can only do one thing at a time. Like, my brain has a single chain stream of thought. I can't fucking multitask, dude. I'm just fucking garbage at it. And I don't mean, like, you know, like something as simple as, I'm gonna watch this YouTube video while I fold laundry. No, not shit like that. I mean, like, you know, heavily mentally taxing things, you know? Shit. Keep crashing. I don't know, man. But yeah, parents aren't helping. They're just going, no, you should just keep looking for jobs. You should just keep looking, and applying with whatever you've got. And if you need more time to better yourself, that's great, but you also have to keep looking. Fuck you, I need the time. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's fucking stupid, man. But whatever the case, yeah, and then there's, like, people who just go, like, oh, why even bother, dude? Just live with your parents forever, you know? Stupid economy's so fucked, and entry-level jobs are just, like, well, it's either the fact that they're just not there, or that they're just so fucking hard to find, or the answers to them, or to actually get one, are just so fucking buried and hidden and shit, and just not well known, you know? But it's like, no, I don't want to live with my parents forever. That's fucking terrifying. I want to get my own place, you know, ASAP. And even though I'm very lucky to have, you know, parents for the most part that are tolerable to live with, right? They're pretty fine, you know. They're not the worst in the world. There's people out there who really need to move out of abusive households, and it's like, well, where the fuck are they gonna go, man? Shit. So yeah, I'm obviously, even though I've had a little more success now with June, like, not actually success of, like, getting responses in job applications or anything. I haven't filled out any job applications. I've just been having success of getting into the habit of, you know, just looking through job postings and whatever the fuck, and that's the most I can do right now, and it's a slow process, but it's a lot better than how I was in May, because May was fucking, last month was fucking dark for me, dude. Just a absolute slap in the face transitioning out of, you know, college that just tells you what to do, you complete it, and you get a good grade, and there you go, you're satisfied, and then all that mental time spent on that just doesn't leave me enough time to, like, you know, go look for other things. Like I said, I can't multitask, and honestly, I don't really buy into it, but I honestly see why among people, you know, my younger age, among my age, there's so many people that are, like, sort of anti-work, and, like, I guess socialism the word for it? I don't really know, but there's, like, you know, there's a very strong dislike of this system of just, like, people who, not everyone can easily quantify or explain with their abilities in this job application process, let alone the lottery-like feel to all of it, and how not everyone can really just poke friends and just ask for help or jobs that, you know, people are willing to do or whatever else, you know. It's just, I can see why people are into, like, you know, anti-work, but I still don't really buy it, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, you know, the reason why jobs exist is that there's work that needs to be fucking done, you know. And I don't know, but all I can say is I see the pain with these people now. But whatever the case, what did I write down next? But yeah, on top of that, it's bringing it back to the side of, I guess, pro-work people or pro-current system. It's only been a month. Like, literally. It's only been a month since I finished college, and for some reason I was, like, fucking terrified that I did not know immediately where I was going to go to next, or I did not know immediately how to find the next thing, right? And that goes into, like, you know, the darker stuff, you know, the real reason why I was really avoiding making this video, which is, like, you know, the thoughts in my head that was really going on throughout May, and I had written them all down in all these, like, papers that I stuck into Andy's head, and it's, like, they're all really convoluted and terrifying, but I feel like, I mean, I felt like that if I didn't at least put it somewhere or say it out there somewhere, they're gonna, like, fucking weigh down my head and sanity forever. Even though I really fucking hate, like, you know, having to do anything negative on this channel. But you've seen it, right? You've seen me going like, oh, I think I'll finally go back to my server in, like, the Day in the Jinjolife video, or, like, another thing, or, like, that Sonic Robo Blast Kart 2 SRBK 2 video where I thought it was the greatest game ever. And then I just fucking had gamer rage, and it was, like, an embarrassment to post that video. I was like, sorry guys, I'm literally too much of a stupid child to, like, fucking play this game and not lose my shit. Sorry guys, you know. I fucking hate doing that. But the problem is that, like, that's only just, like, a very small smidgen of, like, what's going through my head, and, like, or at least that's what it feels like. And for the longest time, I just keep burying it and just pushing on, and then every now and then it just kind of bubbles up, and oh, well, actually, I better continue that thought for later on. Let me wrap this up with finding a job. Overall, it's just a matter, I just can't stop thinking of my current situation, but instead I just go like, hey, you know this current situation you're in of, like, living with your parents and not knowing the future? Well, just imagine that one single day, but for the next 5 years of your life, and then you feel all of it right then and there. It's like, I don't know why, I just keep taking, like, this current estimation of my this estimation of my current situation, and I keep thinking in the moment that that's exactly what my future is going to be, and it's so hard to fucking think sometimes, you know. I don't know why I keep doing that. Just don't. But, will I ever be hired and move out? I sure hope so. I mean, should be possible. It's only been a month, and will I finally ever have time to do 3D again? I mean, I hope so. I haven't completely lost hope. I did back in May, but, you know, now I'm doing better. But like I said, I gotta air out this fucking not dirty laundry. What is it? These fucking hellish thoughts. I guess that's the word, man. You know, this job shit would be so much easier if I wasn't just afraid to be a fucking shill and put ads on my videos like, hey guys, Stickman 2020 is sponsored by NordVPN. Download this program now and give all your data and also get fucking hacked. Have fun or some shit, you know. Life would be so much easier. Why do I make it so hard for myself? Oh, wait, actually, before I get into the depressing shit, let's take a tangent and talk about YouTube's new ad policy. Alright, so get a load of this. As of June 1st, 2021, YouTube has the right to monetize all the content on the platform, and ads may be shown in videos of channels that are not part of the YouTube Partner Program, which basically translates to, hey, we're gonna just start putting ads on every single video now. Get fucked. And it's like, well, for like maybe 90% of you, it's like, well, you probably don't even care that much, since most people are incentivized or even want to, like, put ads on their videos, and chances are you see ads all the time when you, like, use this site. And it's what was I calling this? Yeah, it's not really bothers anyone, especially doesn't, like, you know, phase any creators that make money. It's like, oh, okay, cool, YouTube's squeezing the smaller creators for money. I guess that fucking sucks a little bit. And then, so what about me though? Well, for me, it's a very specifically terrible situation, just because, like, I don't know really anyone else who has the same philosophy as me, but I've always wanted to keep my videos free of ads and just use YouTube's free hosting to just put my stuff out there, and use YouTube's free algorithm to just show stuff to people without these stupid ads getting in the way and, like, delaying watching my stuff, or just, you know. At this point, for a lot of people, it's like white noise. Like, oh yeah, ads, skip. For me, it's like, I don't know, I just fucking can't stand them. I mean, the people also can't stand them. You know, they've been using ad blockers this whole time. But it's like, well, shit. What was I saying? Oh, well, shit. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to say that. have you ever tried using YouTube in a private window on your browser? Just like, if you have an ad blocker, just try opening a private YouTube window and go to a big channel's video and try to watch a video. And it's actually kind of terrifying that YouTube is actually now starting to circumvent uBlock Origin and other ad blockers like Twitch has been, which is also part of the reason why I stopped using that website. I don't want a fucking insufferable website, but when it comes to like the ads, I mean, just fuck off. God. Stupid ads. But the thing is like, oh shit, I was paying attention. All my non-ad efforts are trashed, and the thing is, I shouldn't really be that surprised. This day was coming, you know, the day would be coming where it's like, YouTube needs to keep growing as a company because companies, you know, are all about growth and whatever the fuck else and creating value and shit, and it's like, well, logically, YouTube was gonna start just putting ads everywhere, right? So, cool. Now all my efforts of showing that I do not like being bent to the will of sponsorships and corporations holding money and a paycheck that would they could basically take away from me if I say something that they don't like, you know. Yeah, so much for that. So much for being, you know, standing up to ads and whatever. But you know, I know some people in the audience are thinking, well, what did you fucking think, dude? YouTube's got to pay the bills somehow, and we'll get there. I'll talk about that, about my response to that. But yeah. So actually, the only thing that would make me not mind this so much is that if YouTube actually, you know, drops this dumb shit of, sorry, dude, you can't. This video has been demonetized or whatever, right? Because, you know, if you're gonna put videos on any if you're gonna put ads on any videos, I think people are gonna know the difference between the ad and the video. Because, you know, the whole reason why demonetization started was because people were getting angry that YouTube would run ads on people who willingly applied to the partner program and then would run, you know, like some, I don't know, put some really fucked up videos or whatever, and they just run ads on it. And then it's like, okay, YouTube suddenly makes it a big deal of who has ads on their channel. But now that every channel has ads, can you, if they get rid of like the stupid demonetization shit and be like, all right, listen, it doesn't matter that a video is like advertiser friendly or not, just because we have ads on every single video anyway, then I get it. Then I would totally be supporting the idea of, okay, YouTube, go ahead. You can go ahead and run ads on every single video if it means you can stop pestering, you know, the YouTubers that actually want to make money with ads. You know, fine, that's fine by me. Question is, I don't know what their true intentions are, because if they're still keeping the monetization and demonetization shit, right? And they're putting ads on every single video, what happens to videos on the platform that are not ad friendly? Even if the uploader, in this case me, didn't even opt in to monetize the video in the first place. So now, is this like setting a weird precedent for like, is YouTube going to start phasing out channels and banning them all together for those that aren't ad friendly at all? Because, like, you know, for the longest time, people who want to make money from ads are complaining that they don't know what ad friendly is. Now imagine every single creator on YouTube, including the very small minority of people like me who want to put ads on, want to put videos on YouTube without ads. And now we're all playing this. Now all of us are playing this very weird, vague game of what is ad friendly and what isn't. Except this time, the punishment isn't having your ad money taken away. Now the punishment could be something like, will you get struck? Will you get copyright strike? Will you get not copyright strike? Will you get community guidelines striked? Will you get fucking hidden from the algorithm? Will you get banned? Like, is YouTube like slowly pushing towards making every single video on the platform, all of it, subject to this stupid kid-friendly PG nonsense garbage bullshit? And so I don't even know where to even think about that scenario if that's where YouTube is going for it. I haven't seen anyone say that like demonetization is no longer a thing, so chances are that might be where YouTube is headed, which is kind of terrifying, and I don't really know how to fully process that yet. But while I'm still on this train of thought about YouTube's new ad policy, it's the thing that makes me upset is that people won't know that I'm not making money off the ads, right? People are gonna see the ads and be like, "Yeah, go Wavetro, get get that ad money. It's like, no, I don't want the fucking ad money, because if I take the ad money, the ad people are going to start taking the ad money away from me again later when I start doing things that the ad people don't like. But people aren't going to know when there's ads on every single video on YouTube. So it's like, the fuck do I do? And, I've thought about solutions, like maybe put it in my video description or in comments saying, hey guys, I don't make videos off ads. YouTube can go fuck itself with ads. And then, obviously, people would normally think, oh, wouldn't you follow that up with a shield to your Patreon link or something? And it's like, well, I'm not doing this for the money. Why would I care, right? You just subtly put a link in the description or some shit, right? But honestly, I would just have the comment or the pinned comments or the descriptions just say like, hey, I don't make money off ads, full stop or something, right? So turn on ad blocker. Sorry, not full stop. Turn on ad blocker, then full stop. And so the problem with that is that they might get annoying after a while, like putting it on every single video. That's just gonna clutter shit up. So then the other solution, ooh, that's a cool level. So the other solution then is a matter of, I think I have, here we go. So the other solution is just kind of a matter of, why don't you do a community post every now and then? Problem is, not everyone sees the community posts, and those can also get cluttered up over time if you have to constantly remind people that you don't take ad money. So my current solution, the one that's worked the best, is that I've just simply changed my YouTube channel banner. I've simply changed it to this message that says, please turn on an ad blocker. I never wanted ads on my videos, and YouTube can go fuck themselves for now putting ads on every single video. Thank you, right? And so now we can finally address the people in the room who are just like, bro, come on, YouTube needs the money to run itself. What the fuck are you doing, man? And well, I'm obviously not gonna criticize YouTube or say that they're in the wrong for literally creating online video, like the concept of making money online video, or not so much the concept, but sharing online video so easily with people. That was all YouTube. Yeah, of course they created that, and no shit that they dominated the first decade of it, and are still dominating it since they invented, this concept of being known online as someone who can make online video, right? But then it's like a matter of, then it comes a matter of like, well, yeah, no shit. So obviously that means YouTube gets to run the site however they want. Yes, they do. Of course, I agree with that. And if it means putting ads on every single video, then yeah. And then I would go, yeah, okay. It's like, so why are you asking people to turn on an ad blocker, bro? And the answer is because I don't fucking care about YouTube making money. And is it parasitic for me to think of that? And I say, yes, absolutely, I do not care. I am draining YouTube's resources, and if they want to fucking ban me for telling people to turn on an ad blocker, fucking do it. So then I'd actually have a reason to leave the platform. Because the only reason why I feel like I'm even the reason why I was trying to work so hard with 3D and finally make Stickman 2020, and finally, actually like get somewhat recognizes that I just wanted to prove to myself that I could outdo what I accidentally created as a kid with Cooler Now Winter 3 when I got like 1,000 subscribers making toy stop motion videos with Go-Go's Crazy Bones, a toy series, when I was like 12, and then for the longest time I just wanted to prove that wasn't a fluke and that I could do it again, and then I did that with 3D finally, like, hey, well past 1,000 subscribers now, and so now it's a matter of, okay, well, as long as some people are seeing my videos, I don't really care how much I grow, and I don't want any ads interrupting people from just watching my videos. That's all I want. I don't want money, I just want to be remembered, and so it's like, why the fuck do I care if YouTube like shuts down today or tomorrow? It's like, well, people aren't stupid. They're just gonna start putting online videos somewhere else, and chances are it'll probably be even better than YouTube and its long history of just kind of like fucking people over. So, and fucking people over specifically, I have to put more context to that. Fucking people over in the case of just trying to make something that the advertisers that fund YouTube are willing to pay for, without also telling YouTubers exactly what to do, just because they don't want people being 200% efficient with the algorithm and knowing exactly what to do to game the system and create like this endless, unwinnable game of the first person to crack the code of the algorithm will get the most money or most view time or whatever, or some shit. Man, I really drifted off on a tangent. Point being, yeah, I know, I'm very aware that I'm not supporting YouTube at all by not wanting to turn on ads to fund the site that is so graciously hosting my shit for free. And it's like, Good. Dumbasses are letting me have this shit for free. Fuck you, I'm not giving you any of my money in return. You literally own the entire video space, and there's literally nowhere else to go for someone else to look other than maybe Newgrounds, so fuck you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell people to turn on an ad blocker because I don't want ads in my videos, and people are gonna wonder if I don't post to YouTube, why aren't you posting videos to YouTube? It's because where all videos are, and dickhead, I don't like it that you're the only one, so ban me, bitch. It's just fucking... Yeah, I'm a YouTube parasite, I don't give a shit. Fucking get rolled, you know? And then, but you know, that's probably not what's gonna happen. What's probably gonna happen instead is that, YouTube is just gonna start doing the same thing as Twitch, knowing that, you know, a company like Twitch can invest enough money and resources to constantly evade any single ad blocker ever. YouTube's probably gonna do the same, and then suddenly, you know, then my banner of just turning on an ad blocker will mean nothing, because none of the ad blockers will work anymore. I mean, if you're on Android, there's actually a way to, like, you know, watch YouTube without any ad blockers. I'm not going to say drop the name of the app in the video. It's just in case that, like, you know, if YouTube catches wind of me sharing this information, they're gonna, you know, they're probably gonna, whatever the case. I'm gonna put the link in the description until, you know, it becomes a problem. Then I could take away the link in the description of how you could, yes, it's possible to watch on a YouTube app, how to watch YouTube without ads. Only problem is I've been kind of scared to keep using that thing because I don't know if, like, it's been a surefire way to avoid every single ad on YouTube ever. And then you can even also turn on sponsor block to, like, automatically jump ahead of any stupid sponsorship reads or whatever the fuck, right? I'm not saying that it's stupid that other people are doing it. I'm just saying that I don't care. I always fast forward through it anyway. I'm not going to listen to your sponsorship read anyway. And yeah, it's a browser extension you could put on your computer, and it's also this extension on this Android app that lets you watch it, YouTube without ads. But I've stopped. I'm trying to not use it as much just because I don't know if, like, can YouTube see that I'm using this app? Can they destroy my entire Google account with everything on it because I broke the terms of service from using this app? It's like, it's a little scary. It's a gray area because, like, a lot of people are using this Android app to watch YouTube without ads, and from what I understand, no one has been banned yet. Similar to how YouTube has not started blocking ad blockers yet, but at any point they could, and if the moment they could, you might not have any time to react. So, whatever the case, anything else I missed on this piece of paper? But yeah, bottom line is that most people won't even be proactive enough to, like, figure out a way to turn off ads on your phone, and in some cases even turn off ads on the computer. And then there's even, like, another group of people who willingly watch ads to, you know, thinking they're helping out the creator when they're just helping out Google. For my case, anyway, right? So, yeah, not a lot of people are just going to go out of their way to actually get ad blockers or whatever. And because of that, all that leads to the fact that people are probably going to think that I make money off ads now if YouTube really and truly starts running ads on my videos when I don't, right? Thing is, though, like, what is it? I've had someone in my server who has 600 subscribers, and he has, like, a Friday Night Funkin' animation. He actually had an ad run in his video for, you know, 600 subscribers. But every time I've tried to look at my own channel's videos, like, you know, private tab with an ad blocker off, I haven't seen any ads come up yet. So I guess YouTube has not decided what they're going to do about me yet. So I set that banner to just say turn on an ad blocker, and I'm just going to hope that people get the message that, you know, I don't like ads and I don't want them on my videos, and I know it's draining YouTube's money. I don't care. Ban me, right? So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, people are now probably wondering, well, that's actually kind of fucked up for you to advocate for ad block. Not because you're hurting Google, like, oh, boo-hoo Google, well, giant company, no one fucking cares about that. But people will probably say, like, you can't tell people to turn on an ad blocker. You're gonna hurt the other people on this website that want to make money off of ads. And here's the thing, right? There's three camps of people that will react to, not react, but there are three types of people that will see my banner, right? And they're going to do one of three things. One is that, you know, person's going to disagree with me and say, okay, well, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I watch the ads to support the creators I watch that actually do make money off ads, which is fine. Go ahead. The only thing that matters is that they saw that I don't make money off the ads, but they're going to sit through ads on my video anyway. All that matters is that they know I'm not making money off it. So mission accomplished. They just need to know that I'm not making money off ads, and I don't like ads. Person type 2, right? Chances are the person already has an ad blocker on. Like, it's fucking ads are annoying, and yeah, they're just gonna see the message and be like, oh cool, alright, I can feel justified about using my ad blocker. Or if they have the whitelist extension, which means you can like choose which channels to like exclude from ad block and then block the rest, they can go on their thing and be like, okay, I can take Wave Troll off the list and block ads from his channel, knowing that he doesn't want them there. Mission also accomplished. And then what the fuck was situation number 3? I guess the situation number 3 is anyone who argues that like this might be someone's first exposure to ad blockers, and they turn it on and they unknowingly start hurting people's income because of it. They're gonna find out later on that that's hurting the creators that want to make a living off the ads, and they're gonna flick it off. And if they don't flick it off, chances are they didn't want to see the ads at all. And in which that case, boo-hoo, just fucking get the money somewhere else, right? Open a Patreon. It reminds me of a really good video of like how someone was talking. I think the name of the YouTube channel was like unknown Nameosaurus or something, channel Nameosaurus. But it was like this really long video, and the title was something like "Why Creators Shouldn't Own Their Creations." It's like, what the fuck? That's a hot take. And then you kind of find out it's sort of like this idea that instead of having this industry or this sort of like idea of people making money off of how they share a thing they made rather than the thing itself, how crowdfunding is. I don't know. I'm drifting off a tangent. It's a good video if you have like copious amounts of time. But whatever the case, I don't know why that doesn't even relate to the topic. But yeah, whatever the case, my hate for ads just kind of goes above all else. So there's that. So all in all, what have we learned? Yeah, YouTube is going to start running ads on everything, and for my case, I would prefer that you either keep your ad blocker on for me, because I don't want those ads there, or if you don't want to put on an ad blocker because you want to support other people who watch ads, totally fine, right? It's fine. All you need to know is that I don't make money off the ads. As long as you know that, what the fuck am I repeating myself? As long as you know that I don't make money off the ads, that's it. My mission is accomplished, so. What was I doing? Oh yeah, next on the list. Dark realizations about myself. So, May was a very low point for me. Taking it back to job searching and life after college and shit. Honestly, the big thing that I would say that set off this whole thing, not only because I have to figure out how to apply for jobs for the first time, and I'd never really done it before. Or at least I haven't really thoroughly done it to find like a long-term job before because I've had a summer job before here and there. That was a very lucky. I only sent out one job application and I somehow got it. That was like winning the fucking lottery. Excuse me. But now I actually, for the first time, I have to think about job applications every day, and I have to do it, more than once a month. Is that right? And so, not only did that stressor come in because, I can't multitask, and I couldn't do it before until now that college is finally gone. I was having a discussion with a friend. I was going to disclose their name, but it's probably going to be it was probably going to be awkward if I do, so I'm just going to keep it silent. But in this conversation, where I kind of reflected a little bit about now that I finished college and stuff, I had I basically had this very, very disturbing realization that now that I'm not constantly thinking about schoolwork and getting assignments done, I'm suddenly alone with thoughts that I've never really had to sit down and think about myself, right? College and work, and I've said this before, Blender 3D has been a great way to push down troubling thoughts and shit. But then for the first time in a long time, they suddenly bubble back up again, and it's like, oh shit, you're starting to realize these things about yourself, psychological patterns you have, or why is my memory so spotty during college? And you learn, oh yeah, it's because of this and this, and you have to absorb that. It's why do I keep doing this and that? And then you finally have time to realize, or at least you have the mental bandwidth to finally realize, oh, it's because you do this and that, and it's super depressing, and it hits you like a fucking train, right? And so, yeah, being with these thoughts again kind of also basically added a whole bunch of fuel to the fire, and it rendered me pretty unable to focus on, figuring out how to get a job and whatever. And so I would basically, cope by, making Jinjo videos to distract, or going on my server and whatever. And on the server thing has only been like a recent development, but yeah, and then I would also try to try to make sense of the thoughts by writing them down on the pieces of paper and putting them in the Andy box, which I have with me here today. And looking back on some of these, it's kind of like shit. I think I dropped it. There it is. Looking at some of these thoughts, oh shit. Looking at some of these thoughts is actually pretty fucking terrifying, because now that since the start of June, I've been better now, thankfully. I've started to figure things out and get into a better groove. I'm looking at these notes, and sometimes I wonder why I wrote those things down, because it's like, I can't make sense of this, I have 3 of them. I threw out the rest, because the rest is just like a whole bunch of weird thought vomit, and so I have 3 of them here with me today. So, let me see this one. This piece of paper says, "Getting sick of the computer. How I got here. Good versus bad? What the fuck? School, drama, self-reflection on computer-centric hobbies. Can you fully escape? How much smaller can usage get?" This looks like when this is when I was kind of questioning every single bit of my identity, and one of them is the fact that I've started just hating the fact that most of my hobbies involve sitting in front of this screen and not moving, and I don't know. I've just suddenly become aware of it, and suddenly it's a lot more depressing to sit in front of it, unless it's something I'm super engaged in, which is probably even worse, because then I don't also realize that I'm also fucking up my health by sitting still and not moving for long periods of time. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I don't know if I could do much about that. I mean, I guess it could help me with my job search and make sure I don't end up sitting in a cubicle for 8 hours a day, or maybe I will end up doing that. I don't fucking know. Shit. But yeah, I also wrote here, "Becoming boring? ? Thoughts about doing Duolingo for Spanish friends." Oh yeah, that was a thought I had, because you see these old people on their smartphones saying, "Today I will learn a foreign language on Duolingo. I will also eat whole wheat bread and do other boring adult parents thing." And it's also shit I've suddenly become super aware of how much time seems to fly by, instead of when you're younger and time seems to go a lot slower, and some desire for more out of a stagnant Discord lifestyle. And it's am I becoming boring because of that? Oh shit, I dropped the paper. Whatever. I vaguely remembered. Am I being weird for suddenly, just maybe not being as fast as everyone else, or not as excited about things anymore? The fact that I suddenly have to worry about time so much. It's am I getting old and shitty and boring and all that? And it's I don't know, man. But that's honestly not the worst of it. Let me keep going. I have another one right here. What is this one? YouTube addiction. Oh, actually, this one was actually solved. This is actually the one thing I kind of solved recently, where it's here, I'll read it out loud. YouTube addiction. Always been part of me, preventing me from being better. Cold turkey hurts identity, ? Alone with thoughts. Can't. Do I lose out for finding better things? I really can't read my handwriting. Jesus. Stickman 2020 pop culture. YouTube extension doesn't work. Twitter moving on. Being okay. So this is when I was also examining parts of my life where I would watch copious amounts of YouTube, and I always thought of it as a hobby. But then when May hit, and I was just kind of alone with my thoughts after college is done and trying to figure out my future, I was kind of yeah, I just realized no productivity browser extension or shit has ever stopped me from being addicted to my YouTube shit. And I think about how terrifying it might be if I suddenly cut myself off from YouTube, because I was an avid YouTube and Twitter user when I wrote Stickman 2020, and it was a really big advantage on how I was always able to keep my finger on the beat for what I could write about. I had a huge head start when I did the video about the toilet paper, and then so like I said, it's a funny thing I tell people. I couldn't stand watching my coronavirus video after the toilet paper hoarding thing actually became true and worse, right? But I could not accomplish that without having being fully exposed to the internet, and then as the rest of 2020 progressed, Twitter just like a fucking meteor to my mental health, and I had to leave this site. And so now that leaves me with like, oh, I can stick around with YouTube and be in my own little bubble, but like YouTube is designed to waste your time. And it's like, God, am I really bettering myself by watching another video about how people in the 1700s made this shitty bread and cheese soup or other random shit? What's another random thing I fucking watched? Or like the polymatter videos about China, or the fucking mental outlaw videos about Monero coin, or like this random grab bag of useless shit. But every now and then I'm worried that like the next big idea that I need to make sure I hear about might be around the corner. I need to stay on YouTube, fear of missing out or whatever, right? So I was afraid that, like, you know, if I cut off my YouTube, it would hurt me creatively, you know, with my writing and all that. And and what I ended up doing, right? Because it's like, do I lose out for finding better things? Like, how much will I lose out if I stop using YouTube? A whole lot less. And yeah, even though it's been a part of me for a while, like, you know, I've watched YouTube excessively for the longest time, and it's why I feel like I know my way around how to actually make a YouTube video and what clicks and what doesn't and all that. It's been part of me for so long. How I solved all that, right? It was what I did was the stupidest and most drastic thing ever, and usually those things pan out horribly, right? You know, stupid drastic things and impulsive things. In this case, it actually worked for me. What I basically did was went to my subscriptions page, you know, the page where you see every single person you're subscribed to on YouTube. For me, it was like 208 people. Jesus Christ. I took out my screen recorder, much like the one I'm using to record this gameplay right now, and I just scrolled down through the entire list, and I took that video and I put it on my Google Drive. And then what I did is I unsubscribed from every single one of those channels, and then I went to my watch history tab, I turned off watch history, and then I cleared the watch history, and then I turned off the YouTube search suggestions. I basically castrated YouTube's ability to recommend me shit. Right. It was so fucking drastic, and I just did it before I thought of it otherwise, because I figured, cut myself off from YouTube, go, do it. And to an extent, it's actually kind of worked. So you're thinking, like, why did you record the video and put it on Google Drive? Because what I can basically do now is, like, I open up YouTube, and the recommendations is just, like, trying to figure out what the fuck I like. And it's, like, throwing, you know, the garbage shit, like late night hosts or whatever I don't like at me. And I'm like, well, that sucks. Looks like there's nothing interesting here. Then I can go to my Google Drive, and then, like, I can, like, spin the roulette wheel of some random point in the video, find some old YouTuber that I was subscribed to, and just look up their channel manually, watch the video, and then close the app when I'm done, because, you know, the recommendations are broken. My watch history is turned off, so it won't recommend more of that to me, and it's just gonna basically eliminate the recommendation algorithm out of the question. I got my favorite channels out of the algorithm and gathered 200 of them. Now I'm gonna write down the names and nuke my fucking recommendation profile. So now YouTube can't trap me in this constant loop of watching shit forever. And honestly, it was terrifying. It's like, how will I find out about new people? And how that ended up panning out is that I just, after I stopped using YouTube, my usage of Discord suddenly just spiked through the roof. So that's, you know, I mean, it makes sense. With Discord, you keep in touch with people, you know, keeping in touch with people, kind of the same thing as keeping in touch with the whole world, right? You know, it's not the same as, like, you know, YouTube or Instagram. I never really used Instagram, but, like, you know, YouTube or Twitter, like, telling you instantly, like, what you need to know and all that. Because, like, you know, if you put yourself on the front of the roller coaster like that, not everyone can handle being blasted with all the depressing information, all the manipulative information, all the boring shit, all the time wasting shit, all the bad shit, you know. So yeah, that's how I solved that. It was pretty cool. Alone with thoughts. I'm reading these nonsensical notes that I wrote down in May again. Alone with thoughts. Be cold turkey 24 hours. Why can't you be comfy? Imposter syndrome for you. Jesus. Yeah, people. Well, the friend I was talking to did try to tell me that. Did tell me that my situation is pretty similar to imposter syndrome. And I guess it makes sense. You know, I've find myself to be over realistic and downplay all my achievements, right? But Jesus Christ, alone with thoughts. Yeah, I was alone with a lot of my thoughts last month, and Jesus Christ, that wasn't fun, but I guess it's healthy to confront them. R-word spinelessness. Oh, that's another big one. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. So, when I posted the video talking about me, about how I feel about saying, I'm just going to say the R-word no matter what, because it's a matter of defending people, defending free expression from people's inability to separate it from context or whatever, right? I had one person, like, write the heartfelt comment about how it affected their lives over that word, and that I should seriously consider not using it. And the person was like, just absolutely not condescending at all. Was just approaching in the most like politest way possible, and that's what really fucking breaks me. When people bash me over the head with something, and chances are this also goes for a lot of other people too. When people bash you over the head about something you're doing wrong, it usually empowers you to keep doing that wrong thing. So like what eventually happens here is that like the fucking when you just like come up to me and like just approach me and talk about it in a lens that does not scold me, right? It can fucking go, oh shit, in my brain. It's like, fuck, now I feel like a jackass or some shit, right? It's fuck, dude. Maybe I should rethink this R word thing after all. And then you have like another comment come in saying, no, dude, remember, someone can't gaslight you because of whatever experiences they had. It's not the same as your own life. You have to remember to pick what you really want, and remember that you can't please everyone. And it's like, oh shit, that person's right too. It's like, fuck, what do I pick? Like, shit. And then that leads to what I wrote down here. It's like, what did I write here? One day I'll let you all down. Shit. That's a depressing thing there. I mean, I guess I've always thought about, like, part of my thought process and my weird way of thinking is that sometimes I like to cancel my own self and shoot myself in the head before other people do it for me, Just, like, make myself, put the ugliest parts of myself out there as soon as possible so people can hate me before, instead of like doing it later so that people can tear me down or some shit. I don't know. I can't pick sides. That's basically the issue. I can't pick sides, and I trust everyone. Well, not I trust people in general, which kind of constitutes everyone, too much in general, and I just like hearing people out too much and hearing their experiences, and I'm just a walking mess of contradictions of people's thoughts fighting with each other in my own head. I don't know. I just have too much faith in people, I guess. I feel people in comments too much. Yeah, that's what I just explained. Incredibly difficult to pick a side in fear of hurting people, so I just run away from it all. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that basically sums it up. But honestly, the one that was really a kicker was this one. This last note I have here that I kept since I threw away the rest. This is one of the more scary ones because I don't understand what it means. Because I wrote on this piece of paper, do you want to be an entitled individual or actually successful and loved and even remembered? And then on the back, I wrote over and over, the world will leave you behind. The world will leave you behind. The world will leave. What the fuck does that mean? Jesus. Like, I wish my memory wasn't so shit because it's like, what does it mean? Entitled individual, world will leave me behind. Like, actually successful lover. What was I talking about? Holy shit! And it's like I wrote that the world leave you behind thing over and over, and it's like it's terrifying, But yeah, among the being confronted with these various different thoughts, that after having them conveniently pushed down or hidden away by constant work, suddenly I have to sit here and confront them. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm doing better now in June, because it's important to actually confront the fucking shit in your head that you're running from at some point, right? You can't run away from it forever. So that, also kind of realized when I was talking with that person is that something I got diagnosed with at like age 5. I've always thought that it never really affected my life, and I've always been in denial that I even had it sometimes. But looking back, I kind of realized, that kind of explains why my really weird and specific situation this whole time, it's like I can't stop, like everything just constantly feels too much, or I just sense everything over the top too much or whatever else, and I think I'm doing okay and I'm a normal person and I'm functioning fine, and it turns out I'm not. We're not really comfortable like disclosing what it is right now because it's like I've only just recently, realized how much this thing has been affecting my life when I thought it really wasn't a problem at all. I'm just kind of like, I don't have to worry about that thing. It's fine. You're fine, George. But yeah, and no, it's not cancer. It's not cancer or anything. It's not fatal, right? But it is affecting me, and honestly, some people might be able to put the pieces together and figure out what it is. But I don't want to dwell on that too much. Point being, I confronted a lot of dark shit last month because college was conveniently letting me avoid thinking about it, and now I had to sit there and think about it, while also being train wrecked by having to learn how to find a job for the first time for someone who doesn't really believe in the idea of overselling yourself, or at least isn't very good at it. So, yeah. Also, kind of, my issues in May was that it felt like I only had 3 hours to do stuff, and then otherwise I would default to watching YouTube and rotting on Discord or something. Well, lurking on Discord, because at that time I was basically in denial that, that I was on Discord so much, so I would just kind of lurk instead of write messages so I can feel like I'm being more productive than I actually am, and eventually, I just dropped that act or whatever, but... yeah. So it was just sort of this feedback loop of, like, I get stressed thinking about jobs or thinking about who I am, and that feeds into me being too stressed to do anything, and as a result, it just dwindles my energy lower and lower. Like, then it's like, I only work productively for 2.5 hours in a day in May, and then suddenly I just, like, work towards, like, finding a job or figuring out how to find a job or whatever, and then for the rest of, like, the 12 hours I was awake, I would just, not do anything good and not feel good about myself either, and it's just like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 1.5 hours until eventually, I guess there was like some turning point or whatever. I don't really know what happened. I don't really pay attention to myself that much, but yeah. And yeah, I know people are gonna ask me about therapy. I've tried it. It didn't work for me. There's like a willingness in therapy that you need to have to open up about that I just don't have right now, right? So, but believe me, I've tried it. Just know that I'm gonna be fine. I'm just in a really low point right now, and honestly, oh wait, there was I apparently wrote here that there was a lot more shit that I was thinking about in May, and I had to cut it all down, and I should just read it all out here right now. And okay, fine, fuck it. Let's see. So. Here is the rest of my depressing thoughts from May that condensed as little as possible, right? With a little extra thing at the end to clear things up now that it's June. In short, I'm addicted to using my server to avoid work, but also get strong feelings to delete the place every time drama or a conflict ever breaks out. I don't know why things seem to matter to me so much in my head, and why can't I just relax like everyone else? And yet I just sense everything too strongly all the time. I can't handle community, I can't handle conflict, I can't handle attention. I don't think I even belong online. I hate posting my low points on Jinjo Gaming, but do it anyway because there's nowhere else for these feelings to go. It just keeps leaking out sometimes anyway. I'm sorry that you have to see this part of me. I'm sorry that I'm just spineless, whiny bitch. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Shit. That was bad. It just feels like, that's not even... just been holding on to that for so long, and the only place I've ever really let it ever really put it or let it leak even just a little bit was kind of on the second channel with the Superflight, because there's just, I have a feeling that there's just so much more of these like fucking repressed thoughts that are probably gonna keep coming up that are just gonna I don't know. I wish it didn't fucking leak onto my video so much. Like, people notice it. Like, people notice this shit leaks onto the videos so much, and it's like I just deny that I'm holding anything back, and then one day you kind of sit there and realize, oh, I have all this fucking mental garbage piling up. And what kind of pisses me off too is that I'm probably gonna forget all this in a month, and it's gonna happen all over again or something. And that's terrifying. That's probably not gonna happen now, thankfully, because there's no school or something to occupy my single track mind and make me forget about my problems again or something. But whatever the case, life goes on, and it's probably for the best that I uncomfortably put all my mental garbage on the curb in public for people to see, just so I can feel better, I guess. I don't know, man. So you can see why I didn't want to make this video. It's just like I was planning on just burning all these no, not the new YouTube ad thing, but the thing I was just talking about. I was planning on just getting rid of all that and just moving along, since that all those thoughts only really were going through my head during May, and not so much now that I'm kind of have it a little more figured out. But I'm still gonna have problems, I guess, and there's probably more that I'm clattering around in my more dark thoughts clattering around in my head that I'm gonna have to confront sooner or later, because I've always just kept running away from it with work, be it college or 3D. But yeah, to close it off, no, I don't really have any life updates other than the fact that it's now been a month since graduation. What else? Yeah, that's kind of been it, you know. I mean, it makes sense, right? When you're just kind of sitting there and suffering, no shit, you don't really have anything going on in your life. I think things are going to turn around now. Like I said, it's a low point, right? But yeah. Maybe I should turn this video off from like the subscriptions box or something, so at least, you know, I don't have to dump it on everyone. But is there anything I could... You know what? I got an idea. I know what we can do to like end this off completely, properly. It's off my desk. Okay, let's just play the game. Let's just actively play the game for once. So I'm gonna try to loop through here. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, keep it going, keep it going. Oh shit, oh, damn it, fuck. Yeah, let's just actually play the game actively for once. Make it a gaming channel. So let's do the gate. Let's, okay, we're gonna slide along the wall to keep my number up. We're gonna make a left here. We're gonna go down. Shit. Okay, I gotta carve out this path. Here's the map if you want to play along at home. There's the seed. Okay, let's do this again. So we have a good pattern here. We go through the loop. I mean the arch. Okay. And then we're gonna go to the side. Then, oh fuck! I don't really know where I'm going. Okay, go through this arch. Shit! I lost my combo. Okay, we can recover this. Let's ride along the wall. Through the arch. Start again. Okay, nice and close spaces. 1,000. Right. Oh, shit. Oh! There we go. Okay, we can recover this. Stay along the ground. Okay, damn it. Okay, again. Okay, get it to 1,000. Get it to 1,000. We're running out of ground here. Come on. Catch the wall. There we go. Okay, 5,000. Yeah, 5,000. That'll do. 5,000. I'm trying to get to 10,000. Oh, 10,000. Damn it. Ah, well. One more map. Let's get a different map. Take me a while to fall down, though. Shit. I could have gone in the portal. Shit, it's whatever. Down. New map. Let's go. One more time. Still listen to Daft Punk, you know. So weird how I only started listening to them so much when they broke off, you know. Anyways, here we go. 800, 1,000, come on, 2,000, okay, 2,000, 3,000, come on, 3K, okay, 4K, 4K HD, fuck, again, arch, there we go, okay, down, fuck, that wasn't even 1,000, bathtub, why'd I call that bathtub? The hole was shaped like a bathtub or something, I guess. Ooh, little inlet, come on, okay, fuck, damn it, let's try that. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this. I see a little hole down there. Let me see if I can fly into it. I can't steer for shit when going directly down. Oh, no, wait. I think we're lined up now. Okay. Tiny hole. Here we go. Okay. Fuck. Turned too early. Let's try a different path. All right, last go. And then I'm going to end the video. Don't worry. You can leave if you want, honestly. Okay, we're gonna ride along the walls. We're gonna go under this brick here. Loop. Shit, no, I can do that. Well, last try for real. Okay, so I'm gonna ride along the wall. Is that a hole? Oh, I'm not going in there. Ride along the wall. Loop. Fuck, was that even a... Oh, it was the wrong loop. Arch, whatever. Entryway. Thank you. I don't know how often I'm gonna make these. I'm probably gonna be pretty busy. I honestly don't know, but still, I guess I'm kind of glad these are still around to help me a bit. And yeah, if you somehow watched all the way through, just thank you. You know, so all I ever really want in life is just for, you know, to feel heard. You know, whether it's through these videos or Stickman 2020. All right, bye.